Hello and welcome to the misadventures of the Suicide Turkeys. This is my ranked team that I decided to create. It is starring Tapubu, Hook D, Timothy 08, Paramore, and Catafrack. We also have members named Paul LMAO and Harless. This is the first game of the Suicide Turkeys 5v5. We also played some 3v3s tonight, but I'm not going to highlight those. I might put up a couple, just because it is new in a 3v3 jungle situation, which is a very different game, honestly. And in many ways more difficult, because you're kind of all over the place. And it's much easier to get caught by people because, you know, there's no real your territory, their territory in 3v3. Anyway, this is a 5v5 game. Our very first game. We probably started in decently high ELO because Hook D is on a 1700 pre-made team. Anyway, I'm going to try and highlight a little bit of everything because my team is very good. They all are. I don't exactly remember what happened, and that's going to help things a lot, I think. Paramore and Catafrack, they're friends in real life, I think. Hook D randomly added me after he read my generic jungling guide, and we play sometimes. He's taught me a lot, actually. Timothy 08, I think, added me because of my psychology of the jungle guide. And so I was like, hey, why not? I'll invite you. And so I invited him to the team. And I mean, if you guys think it's a cool thing to, like, play on a team with me, I might be willing to make another one, maybe, but I don't know. For now, I'm just going to stick to this one, which is the Suicide Turkeys. And yes, our thing is we died. I thought that would be funny. And so we are against the legends of something or other. Someone who's taking themselves seriously, I'm sure. They're like, this is going to be the most hardcore team ever. We're going to 1v1 the odd one and everyone else in TSM. But unfortunately, they're never going to. Well, they might. I don't know. Anyway, this is our first game. And I'm going to put them up whether they're wins or losses, and so you're going to get to see me winning and losing, succeeding and failing in all my derpy horribleness. So I'm a little bit slow here because this one resets. The little ones, for some reason, really love to reset. And it's really my biggest pain in my butt right now is when the lizard resets. And so I have to hit him like way more than necessary, and it turns into me getting caught by Amumu, which is unfortunate. So Amumu's like, uh-oh, better get out of here, bro. But I'm like, I'm just gonna keep on going into your area. This is funny. Watch this. This is hilarious. This is like the saddest Amumu ever right now. And so, yeah, once again, I'm just going to take this. See you guys. His team hasn't even responded. Tarek is coming. Tarek is coming. Uh-oh, watch out, guys. Tarek is coming. It's going to spell utter disaster for me because Tarek is on his way. At level 1. Level 1 Tarek is on his way. Level 2 Amumu is trying to kill. Everything should go perfectly here. Like, we are in such a superior position, honestly. But unfortunately some major derping happens and we end up giving first blood. Now I'm remembering a little bit. But yeah, I'm just trying to like zone everyone. But now Vayne is in some serious trouble here. No, actually she's not. But oh. Yeah, here's when Vayne derps. Big time. Yeah, like what should have been a total success turned into a little bit of a derp. But it's alright. Amumu is so far behind. Like, let's see where Amumu is. He has 897 gold. I have 1,000. So, I mean, we're only 200 gold behind despite that. Oh, and Darius died too. But I mean, still, we're only 200 gold behind despite being 2 kills behind. just because we've denied them so much farm already. Like Fiddlesticks 6, Hook D15. And so that's unfortunate for Fiddlesticks. But Malphite has to die, because you know how OP Malphite is. He's getting banned now because he has an ultimate and stuff. I don't know. The whole AoE thing is pretty bannable right now, I guess. So, I don't know. I don't think Malphite is worthy of a ban. He's just, he's very strong top lane against AD, but stuff like Rumble shuts him down hard, like Vladimir shuts him down hard. Anything that forces him to not be able to build heavy armor shuts him down hard. Malphite is a natural anti-DPS champion, so if you run a double AP team, he's really much less powerful. Darius, on the other hand, is very, very dangerous if he gets fed. I mean, Malphite, his ulti is always dangerous, but he can also get very easily blown up if he ultis at the wrong time. And so, and notice how I'm running ahead, because even if he flashes, I want to be able to E him, but he already flashed. So there's Darius on the path to getting slightly fed. And here comes Amumu on the path to getting slightly slaughtered. But, you know, he's still level 3. Like, let's see. The gold now is, we're well ahead. Fiddlesticks has 12, Hook D has 22, and now Fiddlesticks is coming in on me. And yeah, I kind of want to derp around there and distract him, because Amumu is still level 3, but, like, I'm not gonna. And notice he had to get his Q. He had to get his Q at level 3, because he's so far behind that not to get the ganking tool would be to completely gimp his lanes as well. And so, this is how much CS matters. Like, look at our CS, it's 26, 29, 30. Theirs is 16, 17, and 6. Malphite has 6 CS. So even though he's gotten a kill on Darius, he's got 6 CS. So these, you know, it's obvious. It's our first game. It's obvious these guys are not incredibly talented. So, yeah. Nunu is buying an early Oracle's Elixir because pre-made ranked teams try to ward a lot just because they're like, wards will win us the game. And so they're really overzealous on the wards, but really pathetically weak on, like, following up on the wards and, you know, making them worth something. If you see someone going in your jungle and you don't respond, the ward doesn't matter, you know? And so I figure I'm going to get a lot of free gold from these wards that are not being used very effectively. And I wanted to steal his blue, but I was over here at the time, and so I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to bother. It's out of my way, and Amumu's like level 4, so meh. And I'm going to count the wards I eat if I remember. But yeah, anyway, down here Vayne is like 44 CS, Ezreal's 26. Ezreal started Doran's Blade, which honestly this lane should have owned this lane, especially with Doran's Blade start, because this is a very passive lane. This is a super aggressive lane, and we have no heals. But they don't even have any wards here, like, really? I was like, what the H? We don't, like, there's a ward, I'm gonna kill this ward. And so, I killed this ward. So now I just leave and go bumbling along. Here's Amumu, level 5, very, very low, because, I don't know, because the creeps have gotten too strong for him. And there, he's like, he has to get out of there. He just lost more gold. What's the gold spread? 2,000 to 1,600. And look at some of the other gold spreads too. Whichever lane you play, look at them. This is how much CS matters. This is how much, you know, 50 to 30 can do for you. If, you know, Anivia 000, Fiddlesticks 001, 50 to 30, 1,800, 2,000. He's 200 gold ahead. So, it matters. It matters a lot. So here I'm going to get a ward. I didn't see it, but I did see it, but then I'll go back. There, num num, wards, yummy. And so here's Malphite the Genius, pink warding, just because he wanted to get rid of Darius's ward. So this Amumu could come and help, who has 36 CS. He actually has more CS than I do, which makes me sad. And so I'm going to come back up there, I'm sure, but Amumu might even hit 6 before I... No, look at how low he is. Look at how low he is. Double buff Amumu. He didn't even give it to his Fiddlesticks, so Fiddlesticks still can't farm. Like, honestly, Fid needs blue buff to be able to farm effectively. And so Amumu has blue buff, and he's still getting super low. That's a problem. That's really not good. And notice I also have my gold per 10 runes, so I'm making a lot more gold per second than Amumu is from out the gate. So I'm 500 gold ahead of him now. And yeah, Hook D is like, I'm gonna take your wraiths always. So I'm just like, okay, fine. I hope I don't get too far behind Amumu, but it kind of ends up happening. Oh, and I'm like, Darius, here you can have my. So I'm really not getting any gold at all. And that's a little bit of a problem. I'm really support jungle position here where I don't have that many creeps to farm. And it kind of sucks. So I'm forced to keep invading in order to get my gold. But unfortunately Anivia is also taking that, and I'm like, F. So here's Amumu. There's Amumu. And so I'm like, oh shoot, I'm in trouble. Goodbye, guys. And look at that ult, look at that ult. That ult is so OP. But unfortunately, oh no! This is like, oh, so close, so close. But I didn't die. I did not lose the Oracle, and that matters. So Darius has gone 3 Dorans, which is, like, Malphite has boots. This is how bad it is. 22 CS to 67. Malphite has boots. That's it. It's 1900 to 3300. I really like how they match up here. Look at this, they match up. I didn't realize that. Spectator mode is the best. How do they manage to do that? That's gotta be, that's gotta be luck. That doesn't always happen, does it? That doesn't always happen. No way. Like, seriously? That's too weird. That's impossible. They can't match it up, can they? That's awesome. If they somehow do match up the lanes against each other, that's pretty cool. Anyway, I'm done geeking out about that random chance. It had to be random chance. It's like, how could you know that everyone is gonna go where they're gonna go? That's just weird. Does it switch around? I don't know. This is weirded me out a little bit now. And now I'm like, great, there's still nothing to farm. So Amumu's actually catching up to me, like 2300, 2800. He's keeping pace with me because I'm not taking any stuff because Anivia is. But Anivia, on the other hand, is like 3200 to Fiddlesticks is 2400, so she's getting very far ahead. And so I'm like waiting here, gonna go in too soon because like Ezreal was right there. So, fail. I showed myself, so now I just have to stick with it. Oh, and here's Fiddlesticks ganking top. 3-man gank OP. Watch this crap here. There's 3 of them are top, so we get a dragon. And we get a dragon and a Malphite. Isn't that beautiful? And so Malphite has a little bit more gold. They got quite a bit of gold from the assists. Although the thing is, assist gold is a set amount to like half or 2/3 or something of the kill amount. So it's split between however many are up there. So if they get 2 assists, it doesn't mean more gold for them. It means that more people get to share the gold, which isn't always a good thing. I would prefer to have big assist money on me. Yeah, free dragon a kill. And so here's Amumu taking his blue for himself again. Amumu is actually a higher level than I am now, and it's going to be that way for a while. I'm leveling very slowly, and it's not good. But I've gotten a lot of utility out of this oracles I have, so that's good. And Anivia is way ahead of Fiddlesticks, like 60 CS ahead. So that's very good. And now I'm level 7. Mumu's level 7. I haven't been watching other lanes as much as I ought to. Darius is level 10. Vayne has 85 CS to Ezreal's 68. Not too big a difference. It was bigger, but now he's starting to catch up. But still, look at this. Look at his items. He hasn't even gone back. What the heck? Now he's finally getting... Now he's going for Trinity Force Rush. I mean, never mind that Vayne already has a frickin' BF sword. You want a Trinity Force? Yeah, bro. It'll work. There was an argument a while back on the Solomid forums about how Sheen isn't worth it on some champions because it only doubles your base AD, and some champions don't have a very good base AD scaling. And like, honestly, if you can regularly proc the Sheen, it's always worth it, even if it isn't as big as, say, like a Cho'Gath, which has enormous base AD. It's still worth it if you can regularly proc that, because it's extra damage. Like, Jace has a low base AD, but it's still worth it because he uses skills all the time. Ezreal has, I don't know how his base AD is, probably kind of low because ranged ADs always are a little bit low. Because melee champions have a higher base AD just because it's more risky for them to get their attacks off. The longer range you have, the lower your base AD is probably going to be. Like, Tristana starts with a really crappy base AD because her range is so ridiculous late game. And Vayne probably has a pretty low base AD because she has the steroids and stuff. You know, the extra % damage. So what's her AD right now? 140 with BF sword. Yeah, that is, you know, that's about 100. That's about 95 base AD. Probably less than that because of runes. So not that great, you know. Nivea 83. So it's probably about the same, a little higher maybe. Oh, and here's Darius, maybe getting caught in a 3-man gank again. Meanwhile, Nunu is a level behind Amumu still, and not in any position to help Darius. Nivea's going up though, and that's cool. Yeah, and he died because Fiddlesticks popped his ult. I think Amumu might have too, did he? Yeah, Amumu popped his ult. That's like, and Malphite popped his ult, like really? 3 of the most OP ults in the game to get 1 person. And now you have nothing to fight a Nivea with. And so now Nunu's fighting down here. And there it goes. So a kill for a kill. And I mean, ours is split between 3 as well. And well, I guess we blew ults on it too, but our ults aren't as OP as theirs. You know what I mean? This is like Nunu being a stupid here, like really stupid. Hey, yeah, now it's not worth it anymore. I derp sometimes. That was stupid. Like, don't dive in Ezreal unless you have some way to lock him down with CC. Like, if I were Skarner, I could do that. As Nunu, not so much, okay? He doesn't have any... That's Nunu's big weakness. He doesn't have a way to lock down a champion. So it's really hard to gank lanes like Ezreal. That's where I prefer Skarner. Like, I'm probably not going to start the next game. I'm probably going to let Cataphract start it, because he's the support. I would just as soon pick last, because, or not last, but, you know, not first. Because I'd like to see a little bit of their team makeup. If they have, like, Ezreal or Katarina or something that, you know, like, I've had 3 lanes that jump around before that are ungankable. And you just can't gank that with Nunu, or like, Nocturne, or something. You know, you need hard CC. I was a Nocturne game against a Katarina and Ezreal and a Yorick, and you just can't kill any of them. Like, what do you do with that, really? And so you gotta have, like, Skarner. Or, what else? Rammus is good for hard CC. Nautilus is insane for hard CC. I really need to learn to play Nautilus better. I need to learn to play Jarvan better, too. Anyway, Anivia 179 CS versus Fiddlesticks is 64. What's the gold difference? 5,500 to 3,700. 102 to 000. Imagine if Anivia had those kills, too. And I'm like, okay, fine, take it, jeez. So Amumu is, let's see, 3,900 to 4,800. So, yeah, the gulf is widening now. But I need the gold, so I'm like, I want to take that wolf really badly. But not badly enough to die. And now they're like, oh, hi, we're all going to come at you now. But that's okay. Malphite has 71 CS to Darius' 121. Like, this is the big thing that the big difference between good players and you know, like 1500 players and 1200 players. These guys are 1200 players because they don't see us. Darius is like a 1400 player, he CS's. Paramore could probably be 1500 if he tried because he CS's. Hooked is 1800, sometimes 2k. He CS's like amazingly. If I tried really hard in duo queued and stuff, I could probably be 1700 or 1800, but never in the lane because I don't know how to CS. But as far as jungling is concerned, I often know where to be. No, we can't do that yet because they're all here. But Darius is coming down. Where's Malphite? Where's Malphite? I don't know. Amumu's going back, and so that's like, free dragon, thank you, come again. So we're pulling it out and stuff. And for some reason the dragon's like, hey, let's attack Nunu. Nunu's an easy target, we'll kill Nunu. And so then Ezreal's like, hey, let's attack Nunu. Nunu's an easy target, we'll kill Nunu. And so Dragon got an assist.
Killing spree.
Yeah, Nunu is pissed. That Ezreal has gotten me twice now, and it's pissing me off. So, Darius is heading back top lane. We haven't gotten any towers yet, neither have they. It's actually kind of a slow game, 20 minutes. Compared to like what you're seeing on IPL now, this is a slow game. Amumu's like, hey, I'm gonna sit bottom, and so Nunu's coming bottom too. Well, Nunu's wants to come mid first, but then he's like, I'm gonna come bottom, I think, right? Right? Yep, there we go. Because if this should happen to dive, we would be in trouble because Amumu has the ridiculous ult. But unfortunately, they're taking it really fast. So this is going to be the first tower of the game. But
Purple team's turret has been destroyed.
Nice thing about Amumu's ult is it does not stop my ult. And once again, they are going for frickin' me, and it's really getting on my nerves here. Like, really? Every time, guys, I'm dead every time. So now, yeah, we are, like, that wall, these walls are just OP. Another difference between 1800 and 1500 is the ability of an Anivia to wall. Yeah, look at that Fiddlesticks ulti. Yeah. So, yeah, this is Hook D. He's a main jungler. I need to learn to do stuff like this, and then I will go up in ELO. Basically, that's all there is to it. So here comes Malphite to join the party.
Blue team's turret has been destroyed.
There goes our... We've got all three towers down just like that now, even though they got the first tower. And so the gold divide is about 1100 or 11,000. I'm sorry. My particular difference is 1,300 of it. So there's a small divide between us. Like, there's an 8,000 or 4,000 gold divide between Hook D and Fiddlesticks. This is the difference between I'm hiccuping, I'm sorry, a 1,900 player and a 1,200 player. He's got a Will of the Ancients? What in the world? Yeah, there's an incredible gulf that separates the 1,200 and 1,900. So, yeah, if anyone from this team is watching now, work on your CS. That's the main thing I could say to you guys. Work on your CS, because as a team, you work about as well as we do, honestly. Because there are some times that, you know, we get caught out of position too. The kills are actually very close, and that's saying a lot considering how far ahead we are in gold. And the main reason we're really going to win is because of that huge gold difference. Like, Nunu getting forced out. Yeah, I was like screaming the whole time that happened. And there goes Darius getting insta-get by a 5-man mid-push. Yeah, I face-checked right here, found their entire team, was like, hey, better get out of there. Bye, guys. And so I just ran out. I didn't have flash or anything. So now they're going down to do dragon. And they're like, oh, dragon's out to lunch. Their dragon control kind of sucks too. They didn't ward bottom nearly enough. So now they're just kind of waiting down in this area to try and get a... See, I just have to put a ward here and then like, better get out of here. So, here's Anivia farming more. Like, she never stops farming. He never stops farming, I'm sorry. Anivia never stops farming, and like, look at this. Boom. That's a whole bunch more creeps. All of a sudden, up to 250. Yeah. He just farms entire waves every time with that ulti. And it's just amazing. Like, if you give Anivia blue buff, you can always farm the entire wave. And, like, Anivia, it's very hard to stop Anivia's farm. Oh, I guess there was a blue buff there. But it was bugged. But yeah. Fiddlesticks, it's a little bit easier to stop his farm because he can't just kill everyone. Oh yeah, this might be one of those bad team fights where Nunu gets caught and Janna gets caught and bad things happen. Good people. Like, look at how insane out of position we all are here. This is just ridiculous. So actually, we got 4 of them. Holy crap, I didn't realize how many we got. But like... Oh, and we got an ace. My goodness, I thought that went a lot worse. I remember it was going a lot worse. But yeah, we scored an ace just because we had more gold. If they had had as much gold as we did, we would have lost that fight. That's all there is to it. And Hooked is like, hey, I'm just going to take the big one. You can have the rest. Thanks, buddy. Oh, no blue. They stole our blue. So, I mean, the Amumu is actually a pretty good jungler. I'll be honest. He knows what he's doing. He's actually a higher level than I am still. And he has 89 farmed in my 71. Amumu can farm creep waves a lot faster than Nunu can. And so, I mean, late game, if Nunu doesn't stomp the person early game, his late game farming capacity is really weak. So that's another reason why I like all these gold pretends. I am rushing a Zeke's Herald now because Vayne, because Darius, because, you know, very strong. If Nunu's W plus Zeke's Herald plus Janna's shield, that's just ridiculous damage. So now Hooked is getting caught out of position here. Oh, but that wall, look at those amazing walls. So yeah, we didn't get Dragon, but we did stop an entire 5-man team. And here comes the rest of our guys. Ready to... Yeah, see, they don't even realize we're doing Dragon. Oh, Malphite just saw it, though. So now the team's a little bit more in try-hard mode, coming up here to fight us and stuff. There's the Dragon kill. And there's the epic wall of epicness. Oh, man. But Nunu is out of position here with his second Oracle. But hey, guess what? It's okay because they just damaged Nunu a lot, and so that means they didn't damage everyone else a lot. Darius' ult whiffed. Didn't quite do a full hit. There goes Taric. Here goes Ezreal, maybe. Yep, there goes Ezreal. And so Vayne... Oh, there goes Malphite. There's Amumu. Oh, Amumu didn't get it over the wall. Oh, but he did get the epic escape with the bandage toss. And so Amumu and Fiddlesticks make it away relatively unscathed. Look at that Fiddlesticks damage. Was that a tickle? What did he level first? He leveled his Drain and his Terrify. No wonder you can't farm, you frickin' idiot. You have to farm. You have to level Dark Winds for laning phase so you can farm and so you can harass. Leveling Drain first only works against noobs. Like when I first bought Fiddlesticks, I leveled Drain heavy first because people didn't know how to deal with me. They'd try to fight me when I was draining them, and then they'd die. But you have to level Dark Wind first because you have Epic Harass. Before Fiddlesticks got nerfed, yes, I say nerfed, he had this Dark Wind. It started off as 2 bounces, then it turned to 4, then 6, 8, 10 bounces. And you could just devastate someone mid lane with Fiddlesticks. It was really the most ridiculous thing ever. And Darkwind was so strong. But now it's a lot more decent. It has been buffed against minions, so you can farm very easily with it. Makes Fiddlesticks a much easier mid laner. His ratios aren't that good, it would seem, but everything, you know, like Drain is 84 per second out of 187. It's like half or so. Not even half. Dark Wind, same, not even half. Crowstorm, not even half. Really sucky ratios, but, you know, this goes on forever, this goes on forever, this goes on forever, so it's really actually pretty dang good. Like, Fiddlesticks is one of those that is probably hidden OP mid. If you can, I've seen amazing Fiddlesticks mid that completely zone out people with the Dark Wind. And, you know, they can Crowstorm in whenever someone ganks. Like, in the time it takes for the Skarner ult to wear off, Fiddlesticks's drain of his channel is done, and all of a sudden, you're dead. He's brilliant. He's one of the strongest champions in the game, if he can just find a place to farm. And that's the big problem. Like, there are a lot of really strong champions out there, like Poppy, that are just insane in team fights, if they can find a place to farm. Katarina, insane in team fights, if she can find a place to farm. I have a friend who's an incredible Katarina player, and she's gotten up to 1800 ELO. Is she, as a female player, has gotten up to 1800 ELO just by playing Katarina in ranked, and people think she's a troll even in 1900 ELO. But she's incredible. Katarina is one of the most OP champions, I think. It's just people don't know how to play her. And after she gets nerfed now, I don't know. It's just, the reason they're nerfing her is because she was so strong in certain situations, and the reason they're buffing her is because she was so weak in most situations. And so they're making it easier for the average person to play Katarina, but a lot more difficult for you to go out of control carry. And look at that Fiddlesticks ulti. There's another difference between 1200s and 1800s. That ult versus these Anivia walls. Yeah. Come here, Fiddlesticks. I love that Darius. He's just like, come here, guys. And he grabs everyone towards him. So, I mean, still, like, Anivia, 300 CS to Fiddlesticks. She is 200 CS above Fiddlesticks. Like, look at this. I'm 9200 to 6900. That's nothing. This is 12,000 to 6,000. That's insane. So yeah, we get a free Baron, because who's going to contest it? They don't even realize. Oh, because they're all going for Anivia, who's pushing bottom lane like hard. And so, yeah, Baron for Anivia. Fair enough, fair enough.
Shut down.
So yeah, we're 20k ahead. And that's pretty cool. Yeah, this Timothy 08, he's pretty cool. I like playing with him. This is actually like the first time we ever played together. I get a lot of random ads from people who read my guide, but I don't always get a chance to play with them. And you know, there are a lot of good players who add me, and I'd love a chance to play with everyone. I just don't always get that chance. And usually I decline normal games because my normal ELO is so high that if I'm playing with someone who's like, you know, no normal ELO, you're just going to get utterly stomped and there's nothing I can do about it because I don't play carries. And so that's why I try to avoid playing with you if you don't have a decent ELO in rank, just because you're going to get dominated and I'll feel bad because there's nothing I can do about it. Like, a jungler is someone who can make a good team amazing, but he can't make a bad team good. And that's a problem, like with jungling in Elo Hell. You have to be so insane ganking all the time. You can't do this finesse stuff like what Nunu's doing invading. You just gotta insta-lock Xin Zhao or Tryndamere, get all the kills, and carry the game 1v5. That's how you get out of Elo Hell as jungler. So, yeah, finesse champions like Nunu and, well, I guess Lee Sin's kind of a stomp champion. He's a finesse champion who can carry. But, like, Nunu, champions that are more about invasion and stuff
Blue
just don't,
team's turret
don't
has
float
been
in bad
destroyed.
bad team players. Because bad teams don't know how to take advantage of invasion. They're like, WTF, why you no ganking?
Blue team's turret
You
has
win
been
Elo Hell
destroyed.
games by ganking non-stop. Forget your creeps,
team's
get to level
inhibitor
4,
has been
no, get to
destroyed.
level 3 and gank. Rammus will get you out of Elo Hell because he ganks non-stop and he can carry. Build tanky DPS Rammus. With Sandregal's Lantern, Sunfire, Cape, maybe a few Mauve, Malmarches, I don't know, no, not Mauve, something with, oh, that ult, look at this fail, watch this failed hardcore. Yeah, anyway, yeah, build Rammus, tanky DPS, and you'll win Elo Hell games. Tryndamere, most OP jungler in Elo Hell because nobody knows how to avoid his ganks, which suck. Master Yi, great in Elo Hell because if you don't know how to stop him, he's the most OP thing in the game. AD Sion in Elo Hell. If you don't know how to stop him, most OP thing in the world. That's how you pick things that can just go insane mode when you get fed. Sion's the most insane AD carry ever if he doesn't get it CC'd. Because he can heal more than he damages with his ult plus like Bloodthirster or Zeal, or not Zeal, Zeke's. Just build him heavy AD with some DPS and he's just insane mode with his ulti on. I've pentakilled with Sion before. I very rarely pentakill with anyone. I can't remember the last time I pentakilled. But I think I either got very close or I pentakilled with Sion. Because AD Sion is just ridiculous. But let's see, what else can carry Elo Hell? Xin Zhao, Black Cleaver, what else do you build on? Black Cleaver, Yamu's Ghost Blade, full tank mode. You win games. Let's see, Fiddlesticks. Fiddlesticks, if you want an AP jungler who can carry Elo Hell, Fiddlesticks can do it. Just beware of invasion. If you get invaded, your team's not going to know what to do. If you're in Elo Hell playing a champion who's prone to invasion, don't play at night because that's when duo queues happen. Play in the afternoon or early evening, but not at night. Let's see. Lee Sin is probably the hardest carry in Elo Hell because if you're very good at Lee Sin, you can do anything. My cat wants to come up here, so that's how I call him. Anyway, I haven't been commenting on the game too much. It's pretty self-explanatory. Anivia's OP. Darius is KSing everything from her. Yeah, Darius is just insane. If you can hit that ulti the right way, you get kill after kill after kill after kill after kill, and it's just insane. Anyway, I think they're about to surrender. Thank you for watching. I'm tired. It's a late night.
Blue team's turret
But
has been destroyed.
I don't have to be at work tomorrow morning for the first time in forever.
Blue team's turret has been
I'm about
destroyed.
2 weeks away from being done with work, and then I'm not going to have any late nights at all because I'm going to be doing teaching stuff in the classroom. So yeah, thank you for watching.